Hello everybody. We are going to go over the Driver Information Center, how to set up themes, and how to set up pages. So when you get your new car, or a car, you start here. This is your regular speed and total mileage on the car. This is the only spot where you can see the total mileage on your car. There is nothing you can do at this page. You can go down, you can get your trip, which will show you your trip A, your fuel economy for that trip, and your average speed. If you hit right, it will give you reset all, which will reset the fuel economy as well as the total kilometers and your speed, which I do every time I fill up my tank of gas. You have your trip B, which I usually set for road trip so I can keep track of the overall fuel economy of the trip. You have your fuel range, which will reset itself automatically every time you fill up gas. You have your V8 or V4 mode, which will change instantaneously as the vehicle does so, as well as it will give you a live reading of your fuel economy, your oil life remaining. It will give you tire temperature. All of my tires are a little bit low, to which I will be fixing tomorrow. From there, we have our best and our average liters per 100 kilometers. This might seem a little bit alien to you guys, but 8.9 is about 29 miles per gallon. From there, we have the fuel used, the timer of the vehicle. We have the posted speed limit that will appear as soon as we enter a road. We also have the engine hours and the idle hours. And then the last page is nothing. It just leaves it blank if that's what you want. It also fills in the rest of the compass, and the compass rotates as you would expect while the vehicle is rotating. From what I understand, the compass works on a few different avenues. It does connect to the satellite, but it also uses a few different points in the vehicle, so it will change automatically in a few degrees of direction as the vehicle's moving, even if you're not connected to a satellite, which is pretty neat. From there, we go left, we go down to performance mode. Performance mode will always start out at the G-force readout. This is lateral G's. We go down, it is all round G's, and there is nothing to the right on these pages. It just is what it is. 0 to 100 kilometer an hour, it would be 0 to 60 miles per hour in the US. You press select when you are doing a launch mode, or at any time, but when you're doing launch mode, if you want to keep track of your time. From there, we have a lap timer, oil temperature, oil pressure, transmission fluid temperature, which I do check quite often. If I want to do some more spirited driving, I do try to make sure that my transmission has warmed up so I don't cause any damage to the vehicle. We go down again and it automatically goes back up to the top. This is all pretty straightforward stuff, nothing we need to really worry about. And we'll go over a few more points when we get further down. Now when you go to the audio, hit select on the steering wheel, it will come up with your song. If you hit up and down, it will change radio stations, and if you hit over, it will go to, and it will change your different media inputs, which I have not done yet. And then phone, nothing we really need to go over here, but when you do have your phone plugged in, it will allow you to make phone calls and do different things. Navigation, this is one of my personal favorites, and this is where I am most of the time. I think it looks really nice. I think they integrated it well with the screen here, and it's the most complementary to the layout of this theme. From there, we will go down to the settings. Now this is where a lot of people get tripped up, because these cars do not come with everything unlocked or everything opened. I am the type of person, I like to have all information available to me. I don't want to have to go turn pages on or turn pages off so that I can read or learn different information. I want it available to me at the click of a button, so I have everything turned on. So everything we went over thus far is everything on. This here, we go right, you can change the units of measure. I love how it's US or metric. It's not imperial or metric, because imperial is the correct terminology. So from there, we're going to go down. Now this is the themes. This is where I really got tripped up when I bought the car, because the car comes with the default theme, which I did not like at all. So I click right, display themes. It came standard. So I click select. This is what your car looks like when you buy it. So when we go back to navigation, for instance, it gives you this little square. There's a lot of empty space. There's more gauges across the top. The compass on the top, it works well and it rotates in a different orientation, but I can't see it. It's behind my steering wheel. So it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. So I really, really wanted to change this theme, but I didn't know how. So I read through my owner's manual and I watched some videos, and I discovered that it is in the settings menu. So there is the standard theme, which does work. I am a big fan of the technology theme, which is the theme I have been running since I discovered it. And then there is the media theme. I'm not a big fan of this. It's okay, but it's a lot along the lines of the other one. When we pull up the navigation, the compass takes a whole nother route, and the navigation screen becomes, once again, the square box. I just don't think it utilizes the space as well, but it is there, and it gives you more of that, to me, it's more of that classic look, like you'd see in an old muscle car, which for some people, I'm sure you would really like it. So I am going to set the theme back so I do not get in later and wonder who was playing around with the settings in my car. So from there, once we've got our theme picked, we're going to go down, and then this is where the pages are unlocked. This is where I believe 4 out of 7 and 7 out of 10 were unlocked when I picked the car up. We go to the right, performance, vehicle information, click right again, and then this is where they all appear. They are all in blue because I did turn them all on. If we turn them off, they do gray out, and then these pages would no longer be available, and the bars would shrink on the side so that it would show me that the pages are not even almost in existence until we go back and we turn it all back on. It's not that I use these all the time, it's that if I want it, it's right there. I don't have to start playing in these menus and find out all the different stuff. But if you really don't want your tire pressure, or you don't want your fuel economy, or any of these different options, you can turn them off and never have to see or worry about them. Go back left again, we go down again. Speed warning, click right, it will turn it on or it will turn it off. If you exceed the speed limit by even 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour, a whole bunch of beeps go off and a message pops up on your display saying that you have exceeded the speed limit. And then every like 10 seconds after that, it will pop up again saying that you have again exceeded the speed limit. I found it to be rather annoying, so I leave it off. Not that I ever speed, but just in case I did. And then from there, you have a website you can go visit for software information. And that is really it. It's fairly straightforward once you've gone into settings, and once you've messed with the settings and set it all up the way you would like it, it is pretty easy and straightforward to navigate. So I hope you have enjoyed this guide and walkthrough of the Driver Information Center. There's lots more videos to come. Like, subscribe, share. Take care.